Yes. So we have f of x equals minus x squared minus 2x plus 8. And you have the drawing. The drawing is like this. So let's try to do it. It goes something like that. Okay, and you have this is A. You have here another line, B. Sorry, that's not B, that's D. Second. So that's D, B. Oh no, I didn't. It's not right. So it has to be something like that. And here is D. And finally, we have A, B, C, D, E. All right?
Mm-hmm.
And we have another line there, but we'll draw it later. So we know that DE is, it says makbil, so parallel to the axis. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now this is גיאומטריה אנליטית, so it has a little bit of משוואות and פונקציות and a little bit of גיאומטריה. The first question is, חשב את שיעורי הקודקוד של הפרבולה B. Do you know how to find the code of the parabola?
No, I don't know anything of this. I mean, probably if you tell me, like I maybe remember it, but
let me find the correct because there is a simple formula.
I think it's like an M equals something, right?
No, it's not that. Or you know what, it might be, but yeah, okay. So B is the code of the parabola. It means this is where parabola goes up and then goes down. This is the highest point.
Mm-hmm.
That's what code means. So the x, so B is a point, right? It has x and y. So when we ask you what point is B, it will be something, comma something, right? Like 6.4,
Mm-hmm.
3, 4, something like that. So only the x is given by minus B over 2a. And this is the x of the code. I will write it in Hebrew. And this is your function, which is parabola.
Mm-hmm.
You find the x of the code with this formula. So what is minus B?
2.
Yeah, so I will write minus 2. And 2a, what is a?
1 minus 1.
Minus 1. So it will be 2 over minus 2, which is?
Minus 1.
Minus 1. So that's the x of the code. Now, how do we find the y?
Do you put the y at the beginning like that? Did you put the minus 1 in?
Put it where?
Do you put it into this mishvah?
Yes, because this mishvah is the mishvah of this equation is the equation of this parabola.
Mm-hmm.
And B is a point on the parabola. And now we found the x of this point. So you were 100% correct. In order to find the y, you just plug it in the equation. So we do f of minus 1 is minus 1 squared minus 2 times minus 1 plus 8. This is, how much is this?
1.
Almost.
Oh, minus 1.
Minus 1. So it's -1 plus 2 plus 8, which is 9. So B is -1, comma, 9. Cool?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, let's do question bet. So bet, מצא תחומי העלייה וירידה של הפרבולה. Do you know what it means?
Like what the line is going up and down. But I don't know what to do.
Okay.
Well, I guess I see that it goes up and then it goes down.
Yeah. So they ask you for the תחום העלייה וירידה. So what is the range where it goes up and what is the range when it goes down?
Like the numbers? No idea. Well, I guess it goes, no, I don't know.
Where is the midpoint between the up
-1 and 9.
Yeah.
B.
Right, B. And when we ask something like the תחום עלייה or תחום ירידה, we're only interested in the X. So the midpoint is -1, you're correct. So we can say that up until -1, it was increasing, and from -1, it's decreasing, right? So we can say that the תחום עלייה is X smaller than -1.
X is smaller than 1.
Make sense?
Okay.
And what is the תחום ירידה?
-1 is greater than?
No, X is greater than -1. So after -1, everything is greater than -1, the parabola is decreasing. Make sense?
Yep.
Okay. Cool. Let's do ג'. חשב את נקודות החיתוך של הפרבולה עם ציר X. I don't know if we talked about it or not. But נקודות חיתוך עם ציר X, it means whenever the parabola touches the x-axis.
Yeah.
So when does it
whatever crosses through the X line.
Yeah. So what points are
C
there?
and A.
C and A. How do you find them?
Well, you know that they're on the X line, so it's 0 and then another number.
So what is 0?
Y.
Y.
X. Y. No, you have to find their X.
Yeah. So how do I find it?
Do you put it into that mishra up top?
Yeah. Where do you put the 0?
At the beginning?
Yeah. Very good. Very good. So we do.
I literally didn't even do this question on the test. I don't know.
Okay, but now you seem to know it, so it's good.
I don't know how.
Because you studied, you put the effort, and now you know more. So you are 100% correct. A and C are on the x-axis. It means that the y is 0. And if you put, so f of x and y are the same, different terms from the same thing. So we replace f of x with 0, and now let's solve this equation. Help me.
Like a mishra repeat. Okay, so A is -1, B is -2, C is 8.
A is -1, B is -2, and C is 8, yeah.
Okay, so -2 plus -4 -2 and -4 times -1 times 8. over 2 times minus 1. Minus 2 was at the bottom. 2 plus minus sure. 4 minus 4, 0. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's 8 in the equilibrium case. I already did it forward.
But you're doing great, so keep going and let's check that we have the same answers.
Okay. 2 minus 4 is minus 2. 2 plus 6 over 2 is 3. And 2 minus 4. 2 over 2, so negative 1. Yeah.
Same answers?
Yeah.
Okay, so these are the x's. So we have minus 3 and 1. Which is A and which is C?
C is 1.
C is 1, yeah.
And 3.
And minus 3. Now we have to find also the y, right? The x is not enough.
Yeah.
So the answer.
Well, the y we know is 0 now.
Yeah, perfect. So C is minus 3, 0. And A, oh, sorry. A is minus 3, 0. A is minus 3, 0. And C is 1, 0. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Up until now, I think I mean, I didn't correct you. You just, you knew, maybe you didn't know what code means, and you didn't know this formula, but that's it. And I think you
Right,
have.
but if I would read the question on myself, I just wouldn't even know where to start.
Okay, but now you know. So let's continue. Question ד'. אוקיי. בד' שאלו, חשב את נקודת החיתוך של הפרבולה עם ציר y. What does it mean?
נקודת החיתוך. The one that cuts through the parabola.
So we ask for נקודת החיתוך של פרבולה עם ציר y, and they say also נקודה e. So this point.
Mm-hmm.
What do we know about points that are on the y-axis?
The x's are 0.
Yeah. So how do you find it?
So you put it again back into that mishpah.
Yeah. What do you put?
0 in the x's.
Yeah. So
which
if you
makes
put
you get 8.
Yeah. So E is 0.8.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So daled f of 0 is actually 0 plus 0 plus 8. 8. So E is 0, 8. All right?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, חשב את שיעורי נקודה D. So now we're looking to find D. What do we know about נקודה D?
That's parallel to x, the x line.
Yeah, that's what we know about the line DE. And what does it mean for D itself?
Mm.
Yeah, no?
No.
Okay. Think about point E and point D. What do they have in common?
Which point? Point B, E, and D, E?
D and E. What do they have in common?
That they're on the same line.
Yeah. So
like
what do
on
we?
the same height.
The same height, correct. So the height here is 8.
So the same thing so the Y would be 8 on D.
Exactly. Perfect. So the Y would be 8. So we know that D is something 8. Now how can we find it? We know that the Y is 8. Everything is with this equation. So how can we find it?
You put 8 at the beginning?
Yes, exactly. So let's do it. So we put 8 and there's minus x squared minus 2x plus 8. What do we do now?
Put the 8 to the other side.
Okay.
You minus the 8.
So 0 equals minus x squared minus 2x.
Mm-hmm.
What now?
Mishra repeat.
Yeah. But since we don't have C here, right?
Yeah.
So it's better just to find גורם משותף. So you can go with משוואה ריבועית, it will be 100% correct. But let's show you the גורם משותף. So first of all, let's multiply everything by -1. So we get 0 equals x squared plus 2x. It's a little bit nicer to see, nicer to look at. What's the גורם משותף?
X.
Correct. And then what can I put here?
X.
Yeah.
Minus. Wait, hold on.
Plus.
Plus 2.
2. Perfect. So now we know how can we continue?
Well, x times x.
No, you don't need to open Sogrime because we already.
Right.
Yeah. So if we have two things, that is something times something, and it equals 0, what do we do?
You find what x can equal to.
If we have something times something equals 0, either the first something equals 0 or the other thing equals 0. So we do
right, something
x equals 0,
there is making it.
And x plus 2 equals 0. Would it be easier for you to do משוואה ריבועית?
I don't know. No, so then it would be maybe -2.
Yeah, so x equals -2. So we have two answers, 0 and -2.
And then you just see which one makes more sense, which would be -2.
So which one makes more sense? We need D.
-2.
Because we already know this is 0, right?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So D is -2. D is -2, 8. Great. Almost done with this question. ו' חשב את שטח הטרפז, ADEC. Do you know what trapeze is? Actually, I have no idea. I think it's English. It's also trap. How do you say the English? I don't know.
I don't know.
This is a trapeze.
Yeah.
How do you say the English? Doesn't matter.
I don't know.
Do you know what does it mean? חשב? חשב את השטח?
Yeah, to find the
surface. Do you know how to find the surface of trapeze?
No.
Okay, so that's a formula. I really believe it's in your דף נוסחאות, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
So it goes like that. If this is A and this is B, and this is H, the surface S is A plus B in parentheses times H over 2.
So it's like similar to the shetach mashulash, but no.
It's like Mishulash, but in Mishulash, you don't have A plus B. You have either A or B.
Right.
Okay, so we need to find, we need the trapeze is this one, is the ADEC. So it's like we did A, B, E, C.
So the bottom would be -3. B would be -3.
Almost. Because it's -3 from here to here.
Oh, plus a 4.
So it's a 4. And if you're not sure how to do, you just do the right one minus the left one. So 1 minus -3.
Mm-hmm.
But you're correct. So it's a 4, yeah?
Then the gova is 8. Right? Is the height?
Yeah, what? Sorry, I didn't hear you.
8.
8, yeah, correct.
So
And
it's H is 8,
yeah.
and A is 2.
2, perfect. Very good. Very good. So it will be 2 plus 4 times 8 over 2, which is 6 times 4.
24.
24. So just to recap, the only thing that you didn't know is this formula. But once you did that, you solve it yourself. So, I mean, if you were to do this question by yourself, I think you would have gotten 80% of the points.
Yeah, but the problem is that I don't always understand what the Hebrew is, what they're asking me.
Yeah, but you can always
like in high school, I had someone sit with me on every single test that I did.
Okay, but the more practice you have, the easier it will be.
Yeah.
So let's do the final question. Zain. Hayashar G of x. Now they put G of x to differentiate the G and the F. The F is the parabola and the G is the line. So let me add this line to the drawing. The line is goes like that. Okay. So this is the line. And they say that the line is actually G of x, and it equals 2x plus 8. And they tell you that הישר G of x חותך את הפרבולה בנקודות A ו-E. And we can see it from here. It crosses the parabola at A and B, and E, sorry. Right? Now they ask you, and it looks really ugly, but they ask you where f of x smaller than G of x. Do you understand it?
No.
Okay, it's not your fault. It's just really, I don't like also the pronunciation of this question, but they actually ask you, this is f of x. F of x is a parabola. And G of x is the line. And it asks you, when does G of x greater than f of x? So it actually means where is the line above the parabola? Because the line is G of x and the parabola is f of x. So where can you see the line above the parabola?
By the E.
So it crosses the parabola by the 8. So let's start here. the line is above or underneath
Below.
the parabola?
It's below.
No, the curve here is above the parabola. Parabola is here.
Oh, yeah.
It's above. And now from here to here, it's below.
It's under.
And here it's again above. So f of x, which is the parabola, is smaller than g of x here and here.
That's all I have to do is just.
So you need to write it by the x. So the range is where x is smaller than -3, which is here to the left, and when x is greater than 0. That's it.
Oh.
Let me write it down. X is smaller than -3 and x is greater than 0. That's it.
Not so bad.
Yeah. Feeling a bit better?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do 9. So
similar.
Yeah, but it doesn't have a parabola in it, which can make it maybe a little bit easier. So we have 2 x's, we have this one and this one, and we have one line, and we have another line. And we have A, B, C, D. So A, B, C, D. Okay. Let's read. לפניך הישר y שווה minus 2x plus 6. Now, we see, they say that לפניך הישר y שווה minus x plus 6. How do we know if this ישר is this one or this one?
I guess you can see which one's going up or down.
Sorry?
I guess you can see which one's going up or down, maybe, like the minus.
Yeah, so which one goes up?
The DC one.
Which one goes down? The other one.
The other one.
And this equation is for a line that goes up or down?
For a line that goes down.
Down, perfect. So we already know that this is the line. Okay, it's important to make these connections. Now, א', מצא את שיעורי נקודה A ו-B. Yeah, this is, I think, a bit easier. So, א', you should know because you've done it in the last question. So, א', מצא את שיעורי נקודות A ו-B, וכתוב לך, it's written, נקודות החיתוך עם הצירים.
So A, we know that the y is 0.
Yeah, exactly. So we do 0, 2x plus 6, 2x equals 6, x equals
3.
3. So A is 3, 0. How do we find B?
The x is 0.
So y equals 0 plus 6, 6. B is 0, 6. Perfect. Now, ב' חשב את אמצע הקטע AB, הנקודה C. Now, this is also a just simple formula. Let me show you the formula here. If we have, let's say we have a line with two dots. This is x1, comma y1, and this is x2 minus y2. If I want to find the midpoint, so the x of the midpoint would be just x1 plus x2 over 2, and the y would be y1 plus y2 over 2. You just take x plus x over 2, this is the x here, y plus y over 2, this is the y here. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So how can we find nekuda C, which is doesn't move? Yeah.
Why is it the way that the teacher taught it just makes it so much more complicated?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Stupid.
So C is between N and B. How do we do it?
Okay, so y1, y2. So you take the x1 and the x2 divided by 2
Yeah.
to find the x.
Mm-hmm.
So 3 plus 0 divided by 2.
Yeah. So we know that C is 3 plus 0 over 2. And
Okay, and then y1 plus y2, so 0 plus 6 divided by 2 is 3.
exactly. For 2. So we know that C is 1.5, comma 3. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Listen, you sound to me today a lot more relaxed and a lot more confident, which is really good. I'm happy to hear that.
Thanks.
Yeah, and I think I told you, even if you have no idea what to do, even if you don't have, if you don't have any idea how to start the question, just start doing something, and with this confidence, you will get some points. So even if you have no idea what to do and you think it's the end of the world, write something. You will get something. It will be fine. I really believe you're gonna do fine in this test.
I hope so. If not, I'll just text you the questions.
Yeah, but it's okay. The more question you see, the easier it will be in the test itself.
Yeah.
So, Gimel. Now, did we talk about משוואות ישר?
Not that I remember.
Not sure. So we'll do it now. So, ג' מצד ישיבת הישר העובר בנקודה C ובראשית הצירים. ראשית הצירים, it means the 0.0, so the cross between two axes.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that?
Yeah, it's that. That's the line that crosses through.
0.0. So we're asked to find משוואת הישר, this one, DC. Okay? Now, I think we talked about it. משוואת ישר, first of all, it's from the template y equals mx plus n. Mx plus n.
Mx.
Which m is the slope.
Oh, okay.
Now, how do you find משוואת ישר? משוואת ישר. To find משוואת ישר, we need 1 point on the line. So we need נקודה אחת. We need אחד נקודה. And then we need either another נקודה, so 1 more point, or the slope, שיפוע.
Mm-hmm.
So to find משוואת ישר, we need, first of all, we need נקודה אחת, and then we need either עוד נקודה או שיפוע. Let me,
Okay, so we have?
Let's start. Do we have נקודה אחת?
Yeah, we have the נקודה, C, right?
Which one?
We have C.
We have C, yeah? Okay, so we have C, which
and
is...
D also.
And D. So we have C,
which
is 1.53. And we have another נקודה D, which is 0.0, 0.0. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, how do we find משוואת ישר? The formula is like that. Is y minus y1 equals m, which is the slope, x minus x1. And M, it has another formula to it. M equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So the first, we said that we need to find נקודה אחת, and then either עוד נקודה or שיפוע. So this is the first נקודה אחת. We'll mark it as x1, y1. Now the other one would be x2, y2. Okay?
Okay.
Now, if we had נקודה and שיפוע, we could directly use this equation because we have the נקודה y1, y2, and we had the שיפוע, which is m. Here we don't have the שיפוע, we have another נקודה, right?
Right.
So we have to use those two equations, and we get the m from this equation.
So start with that equation first, then
Yes.
to find the shipua.
So let's start with m. And you please don't forget to mark it. Really, take another color. It doesn't have to be another color, but preferably. But mark it as 1, 1, 2, 2.
X1, Y1.
Yeah. So how do we find the m? Tell me what to write.
Okay, so 0 minus 3
Yeah.
over 0 minus 1.5. So then it's minus 3.
Minus 3 over minus 1.5,
1.5.
which is?
No idea. 2.
So m equals 2. Now, now we can use this equation, right? Because we know m. Now it doesn't. There is here one y1 and x1. It doesn't matter which point we take. It doesn't matter at all. It has to be only one point. But since we already marked this one, I don't want to confuse myself. So we'll stick with point C because we marked it as 1. Although it would be easier to do D because D is only zeros, let's stick with C just to see what's going on, okay? So, tell me what to write.
Okay, so, well, I guess we can use, should we use D? No, C.
So, because we already marked it, let's use C.
Okay, so 1.5, y minus 1.5.
Minus 1.5 in parentheses equals
2.
2.
Then x
minus
3.
So it's y minus 1.5 equals 2x.
Minus 6.
No, sorry. Can you tell me what was the mistake? It's not 1.5 here. It's 3 because it's 1 y. Here you have y1, not x1.
Oh, so it's 3.
3. But other than that, it was perfectly fine. And now you have that. So it's y minus 3 equals 2x minus 3. So then y equals 2x. That's it.
Oh. That's all?
That's all.
That's the mishpah?
Yeah. And we said that it has to be from the template mx plus n. So in this case, n equals 0 because we don't have it. Make sense? Good. So
Yes.
let's do now Daled. Daled. So where were we? Okay, so we did
חשבת
Gim.
שטח משולש
did Gim here.
ACD.
Yeah, so Daled. חשבת שטח משולש ADC or ACD. So this is the משולש ACD. Do you remember how to find שטח משולש?
Is it סלע כפול גובה? חלק
Over
2?
two. Yes, exactly. So we have here ADC.
So 3 is the
Yeah.
goba.
So
And
this is
Mitzela is the bottom one, so it's also 3.
yeah.
So 3 times 3 divided by 2.
Yeah.
9 divided by 2.
That's it. 4.5. Okay? Hey. מצד משוואת הישר המקביל לישר הנתון ועובר דרך 3.0. First of all, let's try to understand. So this is the A, it's a 3.0. Yeah? And we have to find ישר שמקביל לישר הנתון. So do you know what מקביל is? מקביל is parallel. Yeah?
מצד משוואת הישר מקביל לישר הנתון שעובר נקודת. So 3, 0. So that's A that we're finding. That yashar that be the A.
Can you say it again?
What do we find? Yes, the yashar hanatun however. Like we're looking for that mishvat yashar. Like we already found one of them.
Yeah.
Right?
Now it's משוואת ישר חדש. משוואת ישר המקביל לישר הנתון ועובר דרך 3.0. Now, I think I already done this question with another person. And I think there is kind of mistake here. Because, so I think that they meant, מצד משוואת הישר מקביל לישר DC. Because if we find ישר that מקביל לישר הנתון, מקביל ל-AB, ועובר ב3, זה פשוט אותו ישר. So we want to find is another ישר that is מקביל ל-DC and goes through A. So it's something like that. But they are parallel, although it doesn't look like from my drawing, but
yeah, but they're parallel.
They should be parallel. Now, what do we know about parallel lines? They have the same slope. So now, if you remember, we need to find משוואת ישר.
Well, didn't we already find that it's like we already found that yashar, no?
We found the משוואת ישר of DC. So we found משוואת, this is y equals 2x. That's what we found. This is y equals 2x. We found it in the previous question. Now they ask us to find this equation of this yashar, the purple one, y equals something. Okay?
Well, we have that 3 and 0.
So let's, yeah, correct. So to find משוואת ישר, we need 1 point, and then either another point or shipua. So do we have 1 point?
Yeah.
Which one?
A.
A. And now do we have another point or do we have shipua?
We don't have another point.
Do we have shipua?
The M?
The M, because they are parallel, so it's the same shipua.
Yeah, so it's the y equals 2x.
No, y equals 2x is the משוואת ישר. השיפוע הוא M. The slope is M.
Oh, didn't we do that? Yeah.
So now we know that we have 1 point, which is 3.0, and we have the shipua, which is M. M equals 2. Now, משוואת הישר, the formula is like that. M x minus x1. Please help me to plug it in.
Yeah, I'm just copying it down. minus. Okay, so y minus 0 equals 2x minus 3.
Don't forget the parentheses because now it looks maybe redundant, but it's really good once you have a lot of minuses. So y equals 2x minus 6. That's it.
And that's the whole problem.
That's the whole problem.
Fun.
It wasn't that hard.
No.
So you need to remember that. Please write it down. For משוואת ישר, we need 1 point, and then either another point or a שיפור. Once you have this in mind, it makes things really, really easy.
Yeah.
Okay? All right, so we have a few more minutes. Do you have any other questions?
No, I think yesterday what we were working on. So questions like, I'll show you like on the test, like number 2 are just difficult for me.
Number 2, with the logarithm.
Like questions like that.
With the logarithm. Sorry. That's a פתרון מערכת משוואות מעלה שנייה.
I think I'm just not going to do it.
Okay, are you good with 1 and 3?
Yeah.
Okay, let me show you 2. It's really easy. And once I will show you it, you have another option to do it in the test if something goes wrong. Okay, it's not hard at all. So first of all, when you have it, every time in test they write 2 equations, one above the other. Don't do it. When you copy it to your notebook, do it side by side. So the first one is this one, minus xy equals 19. And the other one will be side by side, so x minus y equals 2. And what I also like to do is to take a line and to divide my notebook. Okay? So you really know that you have 2 different things here. Now, the idea is really simple. You have here 2 variables. You have x and y. What you should do is take one of them and solve and isolate either x or y, the easiest. So again, you need to find one equation and to isolate either x or y. So you want to have x equals something or y equals something. It doesn't matter which one, the easiest.
So would you minus the x to the other side, and then you have y equals 2 minus x?
So, I mean, you were right in your direction, but you were wrong in the answer. So think of it again.
Y, to get the x to the other side?
The x to the other side, yeah. So minus y equals 2 minus x.
Oh, I forgot the minus y.
Yeah. So
then what, you plug that into the other mishpah?
No, you need to find either y or, oh, you said, here you have minus y, you need y.
So minus 1 to the other side, divided by minus 1.
Oh, yeah, so you have y equals x minus 2. Okay? Or it would be actually easiest to just move the y and then have x equals 2 plus y.
Okay.
But it doesn't matter as long as you isolated one of them. So now you have y. Yeah, and now you just plug this y here. So you take x squared plus parentheses x minus 2 squared minus x parentheses x minus 2 equals 19. And this is an equation you know how to solve.
Yeah. Okay.
And then you solve that. Let's say you get x equals 4. Now you need to find y. So you go back here You plug
put
in
the
4.
y.
Y equals 4 minus 2, 2.
Got it.
Now the answer is not 4. I just made it up, but
Yeah.
you know how to solve it.
Mm-hmm.
So just let's
not
go
so
over
bad.
something. How do you do this? X minus 2 squared.
X. Did you break it into 2 of them?
Yeah, so there is כפל מקוצר. Don't do it because...
No, just x squared and 2 squared.
No. You do that.
Oh, so yeah, that's it. I think don't do that. No.
Okay, no. Do that. What I told you not to do is you have the formula which called כפל מקוצר. It's like a shortcut.
Mm.
Don't do that. We didn't cover it, so it just it will be a cause for confusion. Just do that.
Okay.
And let's complete it.
X squared minus plus 2x.
Think again.
X minus, oh, it's plus 2x.
Think again.
Y, x times x. X times, oh, it's both, okay, plus, minus 2x.
Minus 2x, thank you.
Minus 2x.
Minus 2x.
Plus 4.
Plus 4. Perfect. So do that. That's it. And then it's just a משוואה. Now, what I forgot to say, that this is a משוואה ריבועית, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you probably will have 2 answers for x. So you have x equals 4 and then x equals, I don't know, 9.
You have to plug them both in.
Yeah, so you plug them both in and then the answer has to be a pair. So you write x equals 4, y equals 2. And the other pair is x equals 9 and y equals, in this case, 9 minus 2 is 7. So you need to put them together.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Okay, cool. Not bad.
So it shouldn't be, I mean, now you know how to do it and you understand.
Yeah, I'll go over it this way.
Write them side by side. Isolate either x or y, whichever is easiest. Plug it in the other equation, solve that, and then go there.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Yep. Doesn't seem too bad.
No, it's not. And I'm not sure what you've been doing since the last lesson we had. Keep doing that because you're now more confident. So keep doing that. Keep practicing. Ask me questions, and you will be fine. So next, we can go over the חקירת פונקציה.
Okay, what's next lesson is Thursday, right?
I have it written down, but I don't remember it now. But yeah, I think.
Yeah, okay, whatever, it's fine.
If you want more lessons or questions, let me know.
Okay, fine.
Try to find some time.
Okay, perfect.
All right. So have a good day.
Thank you. Thank you, you too.
You're welcome.
Thanks. Bye.